Welcome to Virtual Play live game development streaming. We're a small indie game company in the Netherlands, making a lot of applied games, but also working on our own entertainment games. We have big plans, including a lot of new technologies and very cool new gameplay ideas. For this stream, we'll be showing the entire process of building our new game Hatchball, which is not really technically innovative, but a mashup of pinball and collecting and caring for cute creatures. My name is Stephan, and I've been programming and making games for over 30 years. When I was very young, I already had two big passions, music and computers. So I'm basically a self-taught programmer from a time before the internet and tutorials, and just studied computer science and artificial intelligence years later. Let's get started.
Hey there. Oh, I forgot to remove my instruments from the wall. Hold on just a little bit. I will be right back. So, there we are. Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, wherever you are. Welcome back for another episode of Hatchball development. So I'm Stephan, as you might know, and welcome to my friends and colleagues who already said good evening. Hey, good evening. And also welcome to anyone who is new here. Definitely, they did look nice, those instruments, but I don't want them to be in the way of the code and the stuff that's happening behind me. Otherwise, I wouldn't need the green screen, like the green wall. So now you've seen it's actually a green wall. I could show you like this. Where is it? There's this simple chroma key. There's my green wall, you see? So it's a green wall, and now it's gone. So yeah, gonna build some extra stuff into the game that I started on last time. If you're new here, it's a game of pinball and creature collection. Not only collection, but you have to keep them up. It's like, yeah, you have to care for them, feed them, keep them happy, find out what they like, stuff like that. So basically a mashup or hybrid, whatever you want to call it. Let's get on with it. Yeah, the instruments would have been over here. That would have been in the way of some of my screen space. Anyway, we were last time, I added some mood traits, finish energy and attachment. Oh yeah, true. And I started a hatchling type selector mechanism. Yes, that's true. So I'm gonna finish that part first, because I wanna be able to select them based on the type that I put into the where is it? Hatchling data carrier. It cannot be loaded now, of course, because it's in compile error. But I can get on with that. So hatchling trait. No, I wanted to double click hatchling type selector. Let's do that. Hatchling type selector. All right, here we go. What's that? Oh, I have to do stuff there. Well, so hatchling type selector is the drawer. Okay, so the drawer I was working on has to work with the data. Oh yeah, that was what I was doing. I was trying to figure out how to actually change the property in hatchling type in the selector. So let me see. So let's, yeah, init, that thing. It needs okay, so it needs the serialized property for this specific thing, and that is okay. So I would initialize it for this specific instance of the property. That's fine. But will that work though? I'm not sure if the class is remade every time. For every hatchling type selector, there will be a drawer, but we'll see. I haven't done anything like that in the past. Seems like some neighbor is doing some construction work. I hope that's not. I hope you don't like hear that on stream. I could listen in to see if we can actually hear that. Should also turn on this. I'm gonna listen into my microphone to see if it actually is a problem. If somebody could tell me, it would be nice as well, but let's see. Here we go. Yeah, it sounds a bit weird. Like, I should look into that maybe after this stream. Maybe it doesn't get on the stream as well on the YouTube or Twitch stream as much because it's also compressed there. Yeah. Huh. Well, noisy. Let's see. So what's the problem here now? Pedestal. It should instantiate the hatchling. Oh, from the hatchling type, it should get the. Hold on. From hatchling type, it should get the actual prefab. That should be fine. All right, and then it would make into a physical hatchling. So get component physical hatchling. That should be good enough. Let's see if this thing already wants to do something. All right. So basically going to go in here. In level 2 down to the pedestals. There we go. So pedestal has nothing here yet that shows hatchling type selector selected hatchling. I'm just seeing hatchling anchor. So hatchling type selector. This thing is drawing, but it's not really doing anything. Though it should actually show that pop-up thing. So I'm gonna see what happens here. Gonna put some debug in here. Initializing and on GUI. That's interesting. It's not actually drawing. So pedestal should draw that because it's got one of those, right? Actually, type selector. So I should also that oh, that thing should actually be hold on, where's the other thing? This one has data there, but this one doesn't. That's super weird. Where's my hatchling editor? Hatchling editor, custom editor, serialized field. Hatchling type selector drawer, custom property drawer, serialized field. But it doesn't show here. Huh. I guess. Strange. Let's go here. This one does work. But the hatchling type selector drawer does not. Let me see what I'm doing wrong here. Property drawer. Custom property drawer. Here we go. Override on GUI. Begin property, and property means that prefab override logic works. Good to know. So this goes into a editor, right? This is supposed to go into an editor folder. Strange. Editor. Got pinball event drawer, which definitely worked. Hatchling type selector drawer apparently is working as well, but not the way I want it to. Because let's look at those here. That one is working. So that's my custom pinball event drawer. And this hatchling type selector drawer is not working. It's definitely not working. So what's the difference? The hatchling type selector has public hatchling type. Oh, this is actually not a mono behavior. That's probably what went wrong here. Now it gets called. Nice. All right, cool. And now the other one, this one, damn. So this is a slight problem because in the default reference, I cannot do that. Like property drawer default reference editor. Let me think. Serialized field, serializable settings for custom property drawer. Custom metadata. My custom metadata, blah blah blah. Property attribute. Oh, that's something you could put there. No, that's not what I. Property drawer reference reference scriptable object. No. No. So what I want to do now is actually is supposed to customize the script to compare. So basically I want to just reference an asset. Yeah, well, that's not going to work then. I'm not going to find that here by searching this way. So what am I going to have to do there? Because this is of type editor and a serialized field. It will give me this, a drawer, and it won't. Too bad. Hey Daniel, what do you mean? Make some tutorials? Should I make some tutorials or? I'm just gonna try it a different way. I have to get the hatchling data from somewhere, so I'm gonna have to load it from resources, I guess. So I'll add this to the editor resources there. Yeah, you mean, yeah, I have to make some tutorials. Do you have like suggestions, things that I should make tutorials of? Then I will try to see that, because I've got a long list of stuff I do want to make tutorials about, like Git stuff, but also Unity stuff and other things. But it takes a lot of time to create a tutorial, so I really have to get that time. So these little hours in the evening I can spend on making this game that I'm actually also streaming. But making an actual tutorials, it takes way more than that little hour. So what would you like to see a tutorial made of? Is it called hatchling data? How did I said hatchling data. All right. I still don't even know what you mean, Daniel. If you say, if you could, I mean, if I would make some tutorials if I could, but what kind of tutorials are you looking for? That's just what I'm saying. See if this works. What I'm doing, doesn't need to run. I'm not getting... So that name property is not coming through. That's good. Well, that's not good, but initializing, and then this thing does not... This thing apparently does load, so that's nice. Name property selected type, so for the property is actually hatchling type. Yeah, hatchling type is what I'm proposing here. So that's not this anymore. Name property would be type property dot find property relative name. That's the name property. That should work better. And let's see what it does here. All right, so init, and then it's not initializing because it was already initialized. Getting control 1 in a group with only one controls when doing repaint. So hatchling types is not loaded correctly. Yeah, that's a shame then. So it is not loaded correctly, I guess then. Let's just see. I'll log data and I'll log data.count. Initializing hatchling data 40. That's fine. Why is this? Okay, so type property wasn't found. Okay, let me see. What am I doing wrong here? On GUI serialized property is this thing, so it should have property relative hatchling type. Let me see. So name property can't be found in hatchling type, but hatchling type does have a name, right? Yeah, it has name. So let me just debug that bit and see if type property actually does something. All right, initializing, then no. Okay, so something goes wrong with passing the property there. Init property, yeah, it is passed there. Here, serialized property. Let's see. What property is it then? Initialized. So the property name is selected hatchling. That's interesting. Where is it? So that's in pedestal. Selected hatchling is in the hatchling type selector. So within that, I should definitely be able to. Is that not serialized? Yeah, it should be. It's mono behavior, and it has this public here. So hatchling type should definitely be a public. That's so weird. It should be able to find the property. Find property relative hatchling type should be this thing. Maybe it's because it's the same name. Okay, selected type. I'm gonna call it selected type, and I'm going to put that in here. Selected type. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna say type property. Why wouldn't I be able to find that? Where? Ah, there. Selected type. All right, no reference. So again, that's not serialized, I guess, which is super strange. Okay, so selected hatchling. Is of the type hatchling type selector, which has the selected type there. So why wouldn't I be able to find the relative property? Might it be? Huh. Let me see. So I should actually say that. And debug. I'm in a bit of a pickle here. Let's count visible children of this property, including the property itself. Let's see. 1. Ha! So the selected hatchling property only has one properties, and that's itself. Which means, is the value of this thing then still null, maybe? That's weird though, because maybe. What if I do that? And then hatchling anchor, okay, yeah. Take off this component, put back a new one. GUI one, so that still doesn't really work. And now I've messed that up again. I messed that up as well. What am I doing wrong here? Anyone seeing it? So the data gets loaded properly, that's not the thing. The thing is that this serialized property of the pedestal is a selected hatchling which is the type hatchling type selector, which should have the selected type there. So maybe hatchling type itself is not serialized. It's serializable though. I mean, I'm gonna do this, but it automatically gets serialized, which is very strange. What's happening here? Boom, on GUI 1. 1, 1, 1. The operation is not possible when moved past all properties. Next, return false. Let me see then. Is there an array here? I don't think so. It does not seem like it would be. No. No array was provided. So I'm just grasping at straws here. Remaining 0. So it doesn't have any remaining visible properties. Because it is not anything. Let me say serialized object dot target object. Is that null maybe? No, okay, so that's the actual pedestal. And the property of that pedestal is the... Hey, good evening, Erwin. Maybe you can help me with this. Sorry. I'm trying to select a property of something in the editor in a property drawer that I think is null still. And then it has to be initialized somehow before I can actually draw it. So it's really weird because I want to be able to like get this. This is double. I want to be able to get the value of this if it's not null, but if it's null, then it has to have a default value. So maybe I should make a default constructor for this thing. Maybe that would be something. No, because it... Hold on, let me just check. Can I get the object reference value? That's it, right? I can see if that's null or something. Just nothing. Let's see. So the object serialized object dot target object dot that's the target object is a pedestal. Let's just keep it at that for now. And then it's got this, what was it? Oh, I'm just gonna publicize that. Selected hatchling. That's probably just gonna give me the fact that like that's null on GUI and then nothing. Let me say, I'm just gonna, without converting it to string, this should give me null. No. Alright, so that is the problem here. The serialized object doesn't have a default value for that, even though it's... Maybe I should just do that then. In awake, because before it draws anything, it should call awake. Maybe that's the solution. Oh man. I should have built my own engine. So that would make selected type default, but it would give it some kind of value though. Basically, I'll put it back to public actually. Basically now it's screwed because it's still null, because it's saved as null. Yeah, that's the thing, but if the type is null, then I have to put the... then I can't select the type property. And how will I set a property if it's not there yet? Ah! Is that... maybe that is how they do it though, but then I would have to know how to set the... or to add a serialized property for a thing that is now null. And I can't find the property because oh, maybe. Oh man. But I actually don't want to be, indeed, I don't want to be dependent on doing it this way. I will try this first, but I think there has to be some way of doing that. Like this thing, this drawer needs to be able to draw when it's null and to be able to give it a value from serialization when it's... oh man, when it's not null. When it's null, it has to be able to give it a value. Let's try this now, but then I need to make new... I'm going into the... yeah, that's null, I know. Put it back. It's still null. But I'm saying no. Damn. Let's go into those prefabs. Where's those? Pedestal. 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 And then local position. Pedestal leaf. Yeah, maybe, but would it actually be able to create the object from just a serialization value? That's the thing. Maybe I can Google that stuff. Create object from like in serialized. Maybe in serialization. Create default object. Here we go. Yes, I know that. I know that. I know that. this is maybe I should look more into this, like adding serialized properties. Insert array index, but that's not what I want. Dang, this is quite a nasty one. Let's see, Unity, serialized property, no. Yeah. Somebody find property, yeah. No, not working like that. Hold on. This should be a no-brainer somehow. I think there's something I'm missing here. Maybe it's because this is a struct and it doesn't have a default. No, because the thing itself is null. Oh, oops. I didn't even get to anything that I wanted to do today because of this. Damn. I'll get rid of this component. Add it back. It's not instantiating that thing. Why is it giving me null? Does it not do a wake before? Oh. Oh. Oh, awake is when it... Oh, damn. Of course. It doesn't do awake here. No. That's silly. Ah, damn. Okay, so that's not working. It has to be here, but that should not be instanced directly, I know. But how then to set this stuff when there's no value? Okay, let's think. So right now it's null. So the property's value is null. How do I know this? Let's see, let's say managed reference value, is that it? No, that's set the value. Oh, hold on. Manage reference value. I could go for that. Let's see. minus reference value. So many, like, so much. Okay, property type. Let me just see if I can set property type. What type do we have here? Let's start with that. I should maybe read everything there is. It's an object reference. Okay, so then there's object reference value. Null. Okay, so that can be null. Let's see if I can get it true on this. True. Okay, that's first thing. If. And now I've got this situation that it is null. I want to set that thing. Can I set it? Yes, I can set it. And it's an Unity engine.object. So I should instantiate. It's really wonderfully weird though. It's actually a all right. Yeah, that's more interesting. As a Unity node, oh sorry, no, it's not a struct. This thing holds the struct. This thing here is null. The selected hatchling inside the pedestal, that's the field I'm actually drawing with the property drawer, and that one is null. As soon as I give that a value, then I should have a value for, I should have a property for the, oh man, apply, let's see, I should have a property for the object. So let's see if I can do that, like you suggested as well. Property dot, like serialized object, target object, that is a Unity engine object. Nice. That I can always add a component to that. Why not? Okay, let's cast that to mono behavior. Add component. No. Oh, sorry, not mono behavior, game object. The game object. Add component. Add type of. No, hold on. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. It's not add a component. Ah, dang. Almost. The object reference value should be set to a new hatchling type selector, but that's a component. So how can I make a new component? It should not be a component, should it? Otherwise, it can't have a. Why wouldn't it be able to have a custom property drawer? No, that's bullshit. Excusez les mots. I should just do this, and then I could just make a new one. So, hatchling type selector. Oh, no, yeah, public hatchling type selector, default constructor, selected type, and I guess nothing. That makes it null and stuff, so does nothing really. But will it draw this? That's the thing though. Let's see. If property reference value is null, then property is going to be a new Oh, it has to be Unity engine.object. And now it's not an object reference value anymore. Now it's a managed reference. Oh God. No, that's not possible. Property type. I'm gonna cancel it. Like, let's see this first. Now that I've changed it, it's generic. What's generic? God. Property type generic. Are you kidding? Serialized property type. Serialized property type dot generic. What? It's not even it's not even in here. Generic. Oh God. So then it's not a managed reference, it's nothing. Because, oh, maybe because it's a struct? No, it's not a struct, it's just an, oh man. So if I make it an object reference to something that Unity, could I just make this hatchling type selector a object? Unity Unity engine dot object, and now see what property type it has. Because can I that's object reference? Okay. Can I instantiate that though? That's the thing here. Like base. Yes. Oh God. There's a new hatchling type selector. No problems here. So maybe that's the way they want it, because Unity objects have serialization stuff. Yep, okay. That's promising. So maybe this is the way to do it. Let me say, I'm gonna actually, instead of yep, just say what the reference value then is. No. Ah. Okay, so that doesn't work. Interesting. No, that wouldn't work. Would it? No. Thing is, it needs to be one of these. I mean, I could try, but I think it's not gonna help there. Oh, I can't do that, of course. This, neither can I do this. Or this. Now it can't be null, but this is just, that's a workaround. I want to be able to I want to be able to just get something logical out of generic. But it probably won't be null then, huh? Then I could get its... You're thinking that I could get that then? Oops, no, that I don't mean that. I mean this. That would be insane. I mean, it would work, I guess. It's logical because it can never be null. Yeah, it does get its... Yeah. But there should be some way to do this, because they do this for other types of classes as well. And I really actually just want to know how they do this. So, okay, thanks. Indeed, this is a way that would work. But now I want to know... Oh, man. So if it's null, how to actually get something going that has a property value? Also, maybe... Hold on, what? Enum, jeez. It does show something here. Hey, Avon. Nice. What game are you working on? Alright, so that... Whoa, I can still find it. Oh, because it's now been initialized. What? How did this happen? Is default as opposed to is null? Am I kidding? What? Have I been doing this all this time while it just works already? No. What? This is insane. I'm gonna... What did I do wrong before then? Pedestal, no. This, serializable, da da da. Whoa, it's drawing as well. Oh my god, this is so... Yeah, it's the worst, but this is even weirder because it was working. And I'm pulling it off. Now I'm putting it back on. Pedestal. And now I do get the null reference. So this, this changes everything? Or did it somehow store this value anyway? Because I had it open. I have to talk to like somebody at Unity to clear this up. No, I'm not gonna bother them with this. Okay, so that really wasn't it. It had still saved something from back when I just made it into a struct. I just need to know that. I mean, they do this. They have to. for lots of different things. How do they fill the property when it's null by default? So let's say I've got a non-reference value, but now it's generic. Property type. It's supposed to be generic now. Generic. And now I want to actually fill the generic type. Generic. Huh. So can I even that's another object in the scene that doesn't work. It's not a managed reference. That's so weird though, because I would say it would be that. Maybe they actually only do it with Unity objects. So let's say I'm going to go back to my earlier Unity engine.object, which makes sense. New. No, actually in Unity engine.object.instantiate. No, I can't do that from type, huh? No. I have to Let's see if that actually creates an object. Hatchling type selector S is that, and let's see what S gives me. Oops. Boom, S. Where am I? Oh, there. Yes. No. Okay, so I can't really create that type. Unity creating new new object from code. That's a game object. Yeah, that's just a game object. Can I do a managed reference somehow? Maybe I could try that. So basically I'd expect S to definitely be something now. I get that. Series property that's set to a hatchling type selector. Oof. And then type is not a supported pointer value. Yeah. This is the way it's going to be. I have to read this here. Right. Is there like a uniserialization guide or something? No. Creating new object from no, that's not what I want actually. Okay, let's try it another way. Unity custom property drawer, and then default value. Here. Yeah. Yeah, indeed, you would think that is a very very common thing. Unity serializes objects on its own, but this person actually, I thought he was actually asking the same thing. So, hold on, what? Does this not give the same problem here? Recipe has ingredient. Ingredient is a class. Then that thing would be no. That's so weird though. And ingredient is still no. What? What's different here then? Because I'm drawing a custom class. That's so weird. You'd say that this is exactly the same thing. Simply mark the class as serializable. Create a property drawer. And it would have ingredients size 5, but potion ingredients, potion result is ingredient, name, amount, unit. So over here you would say that if I make this recipe thing with the custom property drawer, then thing is they've set it here already. Don't bear this. I think I'm just gonna fold and just use the struct solution, but it's this will bother me. I won't be able to sleep if I'm I can't make a hatchling type selector object if it's a Unity. This doesn't work. In what start function? This thing is just a class. I should be able to create a default. Maybe I should. It's a hatchling type selector. It's a property of pedestal. In that, I want to set a value to a new hatchling type selector. Can I do that by accessing the object? Sure, but I can't. That, like reflection, that would make no sense. This must be so common. It's so weird that this is not a thing. It's so weird. Blah blah blah, here we go. On GUI, find property relative. People do this all the time and they don't have this problem? Or something? I mean, what the? That's just crazy. What? Why? Why am I getting this problem that this is null? Is it just this? No. No, it cannot be. Move. Hold on. That's oops. Well, the thing is, I'm not building this hatchling type selector just for the pedestal class. I'm building it as a generic thing. I don't want to have anyone who uses a hatchling type selector have to initialize it, because that doesn't go for anything else in here as well. So somehow the Unity object must have some kind of default way of being constructed or something. Let's see. If I don't put is null there, is there something there? Because I always do this thing with default values. That still really doesn't make sense. Hatchlings. No. Prefab pinball components. Pedestal. Pedestal. Boom. Generic. Generic, generic. Selected type. What? Is that true though? Did I just mess it up because I put a default value in there? That would be so dumb. Selected type. Okay. So because of my, I don't, Jesus. So I don't want that. Did they get rid of that? Did they get rid of the compiler warning here? That would be something. I do see some warnings there. No, it's never assigned to. Okay, here we go. So I don't want this one, which is why I'm giving that that treatment, which screwed up the entire creation of a default structure for this. Still doesn't make sense, but I'll take it, I guess. No, but I still would want to be able to do that. That's so weird, though. Well, I'll read into that more. So what? I can't do that even? Because default will be null. Maybe every Unity object thing would have a default? No, it would have some kind of constructor, some kind of thing to... Damn. Pedestal. Boom. Default. There it is. Default still works. But default for a but default for a standard class should still be null, right? Or did I do something else now that changed everything? Property. Yeah, indeed. But still, it works now. Generic is, and here selected type, that thing. I'm getting that. Selected type is a thing now. While before it would just give me null. What? What did I change? What the bleep did I change? How can I have been doing this for more than an hour and just... So maybe something still got serialized. Oof, what? Something still got serialized with null in my prefab and now it doesn't? Selected type. Jeez. Impossible. Okay, yeah, I don't need that anymore, by the way. I'll take it, I guess. I'll let's just go on and see what happens. Okay, blah blah blah. Type property gets set actually here. I will take that away, and then we should get this field after it's set to 0, but I think that still goes wrong. Okay, so control 1. Oh, Hatchling types doesn't come through. But data was... I'm gonna check that here. Oh. $40. In a group with only one controls when doing repaint. That's interesting. Isn't it editor GUI layout? should I be doing GUI layout here? No, it's editor GUI, right? I don't get this. Getting control 1's position in a group with only one controls when doing repaint. Such a no. Let's see. Na 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 na. Huh. I can't do editor GUI layout there. Interesting. That doesn't work, of course. That makes sense, actually. Yeah. I should, that's the thing, I should do my own layout here. Yeah, I got the rect and stuff. Editor GUI.popup. Let's just do the entire thing. And then position, oops, holy, position dot y, increase it by position dot height. And then it won't have reserved, but still will be, it at least it will be showing now. Yeah, there. All right, that works. Why? Oh, still doing a debug somewhere. Oh yeah, there. All right, so this thing here will have an anchor. Yes, now I can actually save that. Insane. Insane. Why did I spend so much time on this while it wasn't an actual thing? It was not an actual thing. It wasn't. What? Alright. Pedestal. And now I have to say how high this is gonna be. Okay, what? How do I do that? Like custom property drawer height. Get property height. Okay. Oh, it's an override, of course. I could just have done. I could just have IntelliSense do it for me. Get property height. Yes, there we go. Return, and then it would be label height or something. Unity, what's that thing again? Blah 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 blah. Field size, what? No. Unity default line height, Unity editor. Editor GUI utility, single line height, that's the one. Utility dot single line height times 2 in this case. Let's just do that to make it even nicer. Oop. And there we go. And now our drawer is... Whoa! Yes. Why? That's interesting. Why is it showing that so largely? And let's say position.height should also be, oops, that single line height. Ah, there we go. Nice. So, can I actually set this now? I mean, this is still not the right way of doing this, but would I be able to change it? No, because of course I hadn't done that yet. Just from this type, it should be able to get a label. I should do a little label here. There's also this, prefix labels. So rect indented. It's not really indented, it's like prefixed. Can I do it with a string? No, I cannot. Okay. And that should be selected, like hatchling type. There's no, and then prefixed should be used here. Yes, that should be it. Now it's prefixed. Yeah, good. That's nice. What's here? Yeah, I'm not doing that yet. Just I can change these, and this is not the correct thing to do yet, but from here I will be able to get the hatchling prefab from its type, because it uses that from this data. Yes, there's the prefab. And for, let's say, kangaroo, I also put the prefab down. Yes, llama and kangaroo. So say I would set the hatchling type on this one. I'm not setting it yet. Why? Let's see. Select the type is not, and then type property dot string value. It doesn't have a string value, of course. Yeah, no. Oh, I should actually set the entire thing there. Yeah, probably can't. I wouldn't be able to get around that. To set the entire struct. Yeah, no. Name. What's that doing there? Dot string value would be that, And the same goes for all the other bits in there. So that's but I think there's no other way around there. Class, skill, rarity, and prefab. Though I'm actually only selecting by name now. Yeah. Get class icon for selected type. Yeah. Okay. I could have made that into just a string even. Weird. That doesn't sit well with me. Like class, skill, rarity, and at the very least the prefab. Let me see that if that works. Object reference value would be that one. Does that work? No. All right, where am I? Llama. It stays at llama. Kangaroo. And then I would be able to get the prefab from the hatchling type. All right. So that's quite a little thing to have spent an hour and a half on, but still. Thanks for the help, Aaron. I hope that it's gonna be a nice game in the end anyway. Yeah, it works now, and that will make it a lot easier in the future to build like custom levels, new hatchling types, hatchling selectors, everything like that. And also we've learned a little bit about I guess not putting null there, especially when it's your own custom type with a custom property drawer. Still, it would be much nicer if Unity just fixed well, you know, the I'll just save some arbitrary change. These warnings, if they just would get rid of warning 414, that would be so much nicer. Anyway, I found it and I fixed it. And that's enough for me now. Closing this down and going to commit this. So basically all I've done is actually I should disregard these lines. Oops, discard lines. Yes. All I've done here is makes the hatchling type selector work for custom property drawers. And that, dear children, is a good lesson in bugs. Bugs can take your life away. They can drain all your spirit. Well, that's a nice way to end this. sometimes I have spent days on a single bug and couldn't find it. And that has been in the past when computers were not as fast as they are now, that has to be said, but still, bugs can drain your resolve. I'm very glad that I fixed this one when I did, and I'm very glad that you helped a little bit there. That makes it a lot better, like more bearable than when I have to do it alone. So thank you for that. I'm gonna leave you with the same old music. Thank you for watching, for anyone who didn't say anything and I didn't speak to, and definitely would like to see all of you again soon. Next Sunday will be the next one if I manage it. I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna be there in time, but you'll see if I'm streaming or not, and I'll try to make my regular hours, to make my normal schedule. But yeah, if it's gonna be Sunday, and otherwise next Thursday. See you then. If you like this, please like, follow, subscribe, and if you haven't seen this yet and you see, hey, I want to support those people, you could wait for the game and like buy some nice stuff for your hatchlings. The game itself is going to be free, but you could also become a patron, which would give us some nice revenue stream, like not revenue, what do you call that, like investment actually, to build more stuff. The Patreon link is in the description on YouTube, in our profile on Twitch. Thank you very much. This music that you're hearing now is the music from a game we made in 2012 with a slightly different company. I composed it then and improved on it a little bit in 2014. It's the game Berserkle. It's not super accessible anymore. It might be on the Play Store. This thing is adaptive, so you can hear 3 different intensities in the music. It would change with the game. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you on hopefully Sunday and otherwise on Tuesday. Bye bye.